Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Scott Hardy, founder and president of Top Class Actions. We have a number of different lawsuits to report on, but we'd also like to mention the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Supreme Court Justice. Incredible woman, an inspiration, and an incredible warrior for legal rights. Make sure that you are voting in this coming election, because whoever gets picked for that Supreme Court is going to have a huge impact on consumer rights. If you haven't watched the movie RBG yet, do so. I believe it's on Netflix. It's a great watch. We have a sponsored settlement regarding a product defect in LG refrigerators, and it is a tremendous class action settlement for consumers. All you have to do to claim up to $450 is put in your serial number. If you have an LG refrigerator which is impacted by this settlement, go online, submit your serial number, and make sure that you're included, and you'll be able to get $450 back. If you actually had damages caused by this potential defect in these LG refrigerators, you could get thousands of dollars back. So you will want to make sure that you read through this settlement. If you have an LG refrigerator, put in that serial number and submit those claims. This is super easy. If you've got an LG refrigerator and you are one of those impacted by this settlement, $450 in your pocket. If you had damage, thousands of dollars in your pocket. Do not wait. Submit that claim. Now we've got the asbestos and mesothelioma investigation I want to touch on. Asbestos was used in thousands of products until the 1990s. Over 25 million people have been exposed to asbestos in the workplace. Everyone from shipyard employees to construction, power plant, industrial employees, people who worked in brake shops, they've been exposed to asbestos. And there are still funds available if someone worked in a plant, was exposed to asbestos in the workplace. Could be a dam, could be lots of different places where they were exposed to asbestos and they're sick. If they got cancer, if they have any number of issues, they can go ahead and claim money. They will want to reach out to the law firm that we're working with here. It's a very simple process. They verify employment, they go ahead and say, yes, you worked here, they submit your paperwork, and then you get paid. It's a very simple process. It's not like most of these are going to go to trial. They're not going to have to go through a long, drawn-out process. If mesothelioma, you've been diagnosed with that, the attorneys we work with will literally fly out to you and chat with you and make sure that you're comfortable with it. Medicare and Medicaid fraud, these whistleblower type complaints, are also huge. The interesting thing about these complaints is that if you see this fraud going on, you're a nurse, you're an accountant, you're a receptionist, and you might be in a hospital, you might be in a doctor's office, you might be somewhere else where Medicare and Medicaid claims are being submitted. If you see that these fraudulent claims are getting submitted, you can work directly with some of the top whistleblower lawyers in the country. These attorneys are reviewing every single submission that comes in and actively filing cases. And when you're a whistleblower, you can actually get a portion of the money that was fraudulently obtained from the government. So you submit your claim, you go ahead and talk to these lawyers, they submit the case. It's a much bigger amount of compensation for the whistleblower than if you were a lead plaintiff in a class action lawsuit, for example. On to some class actions. First involves many of our favorite snacks out there on the road, the old McDonald's vanilla ice cream. Well, McDonald's states that there's natural flavorings in the vanilla ice cream, and this class action says no, that the vanilla flavoring they are using is synthetic and not natural flavorings. We'll see how this one progresses. You also have natural flavors class action from the Core Power Protein Shake, because of course they advertise that there are natural flavors in there, but this class action is stating that the Core Power Vanilla Protein Shake doesn't contain any real vanilla and that the packaging is defective. We've been following a Keurig K-Cups, recyclable K-Cups class action for years, since 2018. This class action alleges that the K-Cups were advertised by Green Mountain as recyclable, but actually aren't. And so it turns out that you could actually circle the globe with all of the K-Cups that have been used. I've got a K-Cup machine, I'm sure you do. I thought I was just able to toss these right into my recycle bin, but this class action is stating for most people and most jurisdictions this is not the case, that K-Cup itself isn't recyclable, or at least wasn't when this class action was filed. So you want to keep an eye on it if you were trying to keep an eye on the environment. We have a number of lawsuits involving social media companies. Instagram's been accused of monitoring on our user data. The plaintiff maintains that Instagram constantly accesses your smartphone camera when the app is open, not just when it's being used to take a photo or a video. Creepy. So if you're seeing this post on Instagram or on Facebook, you probably want to check this lawsuit out. It may very well impact you. We also have a class action against Twitter, saying Twitter fraudulently obtained phone numbers. This Washington class action lawsuit alleges that Twitter violated state privacy law by fraudulently obtaining phone records. The plaintiff says she provided her phone number to Twitter for two-factor authentication, but it was then announced that email addresses and phone numbers provided for security purposes had been inadvertently used for advertising purposes. Oops. TikTok, it won't stop, or will it? The parent company of ever-popular TikTok, ByteDance, has filed a second lawsuit against the Trump administration over the TikTok ban set to go into effect on September 27th, prohibiting the distribution of the app from Apple and Google stores. ByteDance and TikTok argue that they have taken extraordinary measures to ensure the Chinese government cannot access US TikTok user data, yet the ban was still issued. That's all I have today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and thank you for being a strong supporter of Top Class Actions.